And so this particular conference that we went to was not a Christian conference.
Right. No, it wasn't.
And it's not a room that I had pivoted to keep going back to, right?
Yeah.
But that was part of my past. And I went to the first couple. I even spoke at the first one, right? And I remember telling this.
Yeah, that's right.
But then I didn't go for years and years because my brand was changing and pivoting. Yeah. And, God just kept saying, you need to be there. You need to be there. You need to support the person putting it on. And I'm like, absolutely. Yes, I do. I'm going to do it. Even though it's out of the comfort zone that I had now pivoted into, right?
Yes.
And out of this room, you guys, full of hundreds of women, like Tamra already said, guess who he sits me next to? And Melissa Hughes. And if you know, Melissa also the most amazing, faith-forward, driven women. And God's like, nope, guess what? You're going and you're going to meet these two. And so all that to say, when you finally partner and you're obedient with God and, all the things that Tamra has been speaking for years and years and years here on the show in this past 6 seasons, God's going to put the people in front of you that need to be in front of you at the right time.
Yeah.
And Tamra and I met filling up our waters right before it all started, right?
Yeah.
And I gave her that cute little baggie. I always say that's my strategy. Hey, if I'm going to be the digital girl, I've got to better do something cool digitally, right?
Yes.
But then we didn't realize as we're walking back for it to start, we're sitting by each other.
It was so good.
Awesome. It was so awesome.
It really was. What would you say since that time? Because that was last fall. I've seen you put on retreats since then. Obviously, your business is flourishing. When you did that, besides just the feelings, like the emotions of like, I'm about to change my brand, what have you seen God do in that period of time when you've positioned him out front?
Oh my gosh. First of all, just the peace that overcame me, so much, no more striving, just striving to be and to show up and put on the mask and the outfit and the makeup. And, I have a background. I danced in the NFL for 4 years and I coached in the NFL for 2. So I'm coming from a world of look at me instead of come along with me.
Ooh, it's good.
But I've had to pivot my whole brand and do all of that. And it's so much more empowering and easy when, God's got you. We can say it all the time, let go and let God. But do we really believe it? And are we really building that out in our business?
Yeah.
Right? And so the second that I did that and put the flag in the ground, God put people like you in front of me, people like Melissa in front of me. Melissa then told me about Brooke Thomas.
Yes.
So was amazing and who has literally changed my life. She is my mentor. I'm in her Queen's table now. And then from that, then I've met everyone in her community.
Yeah.
Some people in her community have become some of my leaders that have attended my retreats. And then I'm seeing all these people connecting the dots. And I was so far removed, Tamra. I mean, and it's crazy to say, I'm like, was I living under a rock? Like, what was I actually doing? Because now he has shown me, yes, there are people leading with faith and business and partnering with God. You just haven't been sitting at the right tables, Andrea.
That's so good.
I was trying to force my way into a table that I was never supposed to be at.
Yeah, I feel that. I remember sitting at a mastermind, my first mastermind, in fact, my first high ticket mastermind, I should say, because I had gone to another one prior to that. But $25K, I'm in the room. It was 4 retreats a year that you get to be a part of. And there were faith-oriented people there, but not all Christian. And I just found myself in that room because the coach was Christian. And I was like, okay, I can trust this. I'll walk into this scenario. And but there, I found a lot of external spirituality was existing, right? That's okay. I can navigate rooms like that. God puts us in places. Jesus himself didn't hang out with a bunch of religious people, and I'm open to that. So when people hear our hearts, don't think that we're trying to hang out with a bunch of people like us or believe like us or look like us or any of those things. It really is about diversity. But when it comes to building a business that you're going to shepherd a flock, you need to have people there that can help you tend to your sheep in the most effective way that has biblical sound advice connected to it. So I'm sitting there and I was really struggling with this, Andrea. Do I call myself a Christian business coach? And there was a couch full of people, 2 guys and a girl and me. And they were pretty much like flat out, no, don't do that. You are so much more than a Christian business coach. And you are going to taint people who have had a religious problem, a religious background, who are not ever going to be Christian, who are a whole different faith walk in general, or they're going to ask the question, what kind of Christian are you? Are you Pentecostal? Are you Baptist? Are you any of these denominations? Are you a real Christian? Are you a fake Christian? Are all these things? And one guy ended up speaking up, which is a friend of mine to this day. They all are friends of mine. But this particular one I treasure. He's spoken at my conference this past fall, likely speaking again this fall. And he said, God will lead you in the direction of your path. And while this is all sound advice, don't not listen to the still small voice. And I'm so glad I did, because I was like, yeah, I'm not listening to any of these people. They're older than me. They make more money than me. They've got all the right things in play, but they're missing him. And what's more important, right? I did it the wrong way for a decade. I was like, I'm not doing it again.